Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 272 of the Two Player Oh Snap podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Schwan.
How we doing?
Fantastic. If this is the first time you're seeing, hearing, or listening to
the first time,
don't waste your time. Damn it, Sean. Just about every week, two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure to like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, and everyone in betwixt. If you do audio services only, what?
No, go ahead. I smell something. Not you. Not okay. Bad. Like, it smells like food. But I don't know. Unless I smell your kitchen
waft
and all the coffee talk.
If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop. And if you want to go there, these are the benefits you get. For $1, you become a booster where you get to watch the podcast one day early. One day early.
Morley.
For $5, you become a producer where you can get the bonus episode every month, which we're about to record after this. For the $10 affiliate tier, you become someone who can watch us record the podcast live on YouTube, because obviously you want to do that. And for $20, if you're crazy, you can choose the bonus episode topic and record with us if you so choose. You can also be one of these cool people, like our affiliates, James Solar, Sarah Solar, John Tingley, and Derek Bamford, as well as our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, Vernon Slayton, and Dustin Downs. If you like cool t-shirts and merch, you can go to teespring.com/stores/2playercoop. Sean.
Yes.
We have a lot to cover. Not really news.
Not a whole lot of news, but a lot of...
Do you have anything you want to discuss before we go? I miss you.
Miss you. No, I don't.
All right. We're going to jump right into it. So, what I was thinking now, so obviously by the title of the video, we're going to talk about Horizon Forbidden West. But
no spoilers.
Yes.
Don't worry.
No spoilers. No way. Hopefully we will do a spoiler cast at some point. That'd be a fun bonus episode at least. We'll see.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, you haven't played anything else, right? Those two games.
No.
You got the platinum.
Just the
whatever.
two.
Yeah, congrats. Good job. Finally. Yeah, you did there.
Finally.
You did that. You did that thing. Okay. James Solar says he has downloaded Infernax, but he hasn't started it yet.
Attaboy.
And that leads us into our first topic. Our first review of two this episode. Not in the title, but... Well, because that's what I wanted to retitle the thing.
Uh-oh. Retitle? Oh.
Rebrand, whatever. The final category. Anyways, what I think we should do with
But
these,
are we going to do those for these?
I mean, we're not going to be like who wins because we're talking about one game. But I'm saying, like, I think we just... That's how we guide our conversations.
Like a score?
No. Just talk about this, talk about that, and then
just a little coffee talk.
Just some coffee talk, because I miss you.
You're a coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
Why is Boston?
Boston.
But why isn't it? It's just
Why
B-O-S.
isn't it what?
No other word is spelled B-O-S. Like Austin sounds like it's spelled. Then it rhymes with Boston, but Boston is just B-O-S.
I'm pretty sure people in Boston.
But I guess if your
Austin.
boss is your boss, it's not your boss.
Well, okay, I don't think so.
What do you mean?
If you talk to people in Boston,
oh, in Boston, yeah, they say
they're the worst. Okay,
yeah, I agree.
All right,
wait,
Sean.
I think Derek's from Boston or Boston area. We like Derek though.
No, he's in Texas. Or no, John is.
John is. Derek's, like Massachusetts, Boston area.
Well, I don't care.
But he's not here, so screw
we're from New York. I don't care. We're gonna make fun of Boston.
New York.
Make fun of Boston. All right, Sean. Before we get to Horizon, let's talk Infernax.
Yes.
So, Sean, I will say this. What?
I'm just thinking, since we last recorded, I had heard of this game, but totally forgot about it.
Because I sent it to you, yeah.
Yeah. But I had basically heard about it for the first time, at least first time in a while.
Yeah.
Bought it, beat it 2 more times, and got the platinum.
Yeah.
Since we last spoke.
So I did not do that, but because I have an Xbox and I have Game Pass. Game Pass. What are you looking at?
I'm reading John's thing.
He likes it.
Hey,
he
Mikey.
likes it.
Yeah.
Okay, Infernax.
Yes.
So I did not realize that this game was on my radar. I did not realize that this was going to be on Game Pass until Brian Altano tweeted, was like, hey, by the way, Monday, he was like, if you're looking for something fun to do that's like 5-6 hours long, whatever, Infernax, it's on Game Pass. I was like, that game's on Game Pass? Okay. So on my lunch break, I tried it out, and then I texted Sean. I was like, you have got to play this.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, okay, cool. And then
I was off and running. Never looked back.
All right, so Infernax. Let's go. Presentation, gameplay, replay value / fun factor.
Fun pack.
Presentation. This game is like I saw the trailers and everything, but is so much. There's something about it's like it's so much better when you're actually playing it. Like this game could pass for a Yacht Club Games.
I was gonna say it's very Shovel Knight. Obviously, that's what they're going for. So. It's not surprising. Like, it's 8-bit, but not true 8-bit. 8-bit style, but
I
beautiful.
will say, though, I think this is closer to actual 8-bit stuff than Shovel Knight was. Because there's nothing
other
crazy.
than some of, like, the effects, like the strobe, that kind of stuff. I mean, it could pass as an actual 8-bit game.
Okay, presentation. So, graphics, sound, all that. This freaking soundtrack,
awesome.
As the kids say,
lit.
No, it slaps.
Oh.
No, that. Oh, God damn it, Sean.
You gave me the opportunity.
Yeah, but I was like, love tap, and you're like, okay, I challenge you to a duel.
I had to make sure the audio came through.
Like, so Kevin, one of our followers and supporters here, was tweeting this. I don't know if you saw this, Kevin Flevin on Twitter. There was someone that was like, ooh, after and before was Sonic. And it was like, after. First, they put the before first, and then the after was like how it's supposed to be. This game... Good night, babe. Love you.
Good night.
All right. Eliza. Okay. Okay. These games remind me why I don't like my cheek hurts. Why I don't like my cheek's on fire. Like the scan lines and the smoothing and all this crap with pixel art games. Like, I have no problem playing. Like if I pull up the Pi, or if I pull up my Genesis Mini or Nintendo or SNES, whatever, I don't mind playing these games, or like the Castlevania Anniversary Collection or Contra. Like, I like to see these games with the pixels. That could just be me, but this game reinforces that for me. Like, you don't have to have some smoothing weird like
there. I think no, I don't like the artificial smoothing.
Okay.
But I still say the best presentation of it is on an old school CRT TV, where it kind of does that, but that's how it was meant to be. Like, it's none of the after, post-processing artificial smoothing. Like, I don't like that. I'm with you. I'm totally okay with the pixel presentation, but I also think it looks best on an old school CRT.
But either way, we can disagree. It's fine if you're wrong. The game looks beautiful. One of the things that I loved about this, as I kept playing it, I was like, oh, when you start beating the hell out of these zombies, whatever things, and you, like, your character, Alcador or Alcador, do we know?
I say Alcador.
Okay. Alcidor just starts getting blood
Just
all
covered in
over him,
blood, yeah.
and then his mace has blood on it. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then eventually it kind of fades and it goes away. I like that a lot. Again, the music is like, it's not Shovel Knight, it's not The Messenger, but it's pretty freaking good. Like, I have had 2 or 3 of these like tracks stuck in my head, even since I've been playing Horizon. Like, they're so freaking good. I love this game.
Yeah. And I think it was John. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's a couple cool callbacks to Castlevania 2. One is mandatory. Actually, I guess there's really a few. There's one that's mandatory to progress the story. There's 2 others that are just kind of like Easter egg kind of things.
I know the one.
There's another one. If you know Castlevania 2, and I only know this from like probably like Angry Video Game Nerd and stuff like that. I don't know it from actually playing the game because I just haven't really played it. But there's one kind of infamous thing from Castlevania 2 that you're like, why? And it's in this game, and there's a trophy for it. And I'm proud to say, once I saw that there's a trophy for it, I'm like, oh my God, I know exactly how to do that.
Come on.
Well, no, I don't want to spoil it for John.
Okay.
We'll talk afterwards.
Do the... Oh.
Yeah.
You can summon it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it kills you. It's not good.
Well, I mean, okay.
It's just like an Easter egg. Yeah. But yeah, the game...
Other than the other thing, which was amazing. I still cannot believe that other thing is not a freaking trophy.
I know. It seemed like it would be.
Yeah.
But... And now I don't even remember. I know it was in the first dungeon, but like I don't remember. I would have to just go searching for it again. But yeah, some of the writing is really good. Again, you mentioned the Messenger. It's not the Messenger level, but there's some... Right. It knows what it is. Yeah. And, you know, it doesn't try to be anything that it's not. And yeah, it's just beautiful.
Beautiful. Gameplay. This game controls so well. This does not play like Castlevania 2, which sucks.
It doesn't play like any old Castlevania game. You've got full like jump control and like...
Well, it's like Super 4. That's what I was saying last week.
Yeah, yeah.
Except this is better.
This is... I would put this... Obviously, it's no Hollow Knight. It's no Symphony. It's no Bloodstained. I would put it somewhere on the order of like Chasm. I think it's around there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot. It kind of reminds me of Chasm. I will say, I think it's the right length, but I also wanted more. Like, I wish it was longer, but I think it's the right size. It's what it probably should be, but I did want more.
Yeah. Well, you've also beaten it 3 times?
Yes.
Yeah. I beat it once. I love, again, this reaffirms what I've said for a while. Like, I used to think that Metroidvanias needed to have ranged attacks, i.e. guns. But after I played Symphony...
Okay.
I'm being stupid. It's just hard to say. Symphony of the Night. Like, I realized, no, melee attacks are the best way to go throughout this. Now, you can do it bad, like the other 2 GBA games. Mm-hmm. Horrible. Or you could do it right, like this, and like Bloodstain, and everything else. This game controls so well. There's nothing cheap. Like, when I died, I was like, okay, I screwed up. Also, when you die... I think it was John that was saying in our Discord, by the way, check the description if you want to join the Discord. When you die in this, it's almost like, Oh, okay. Like the first time I die and I get that death scene, I'm like, I'm not gonna skip it.
Yeah.
Pissed, but like, okay. They're so good.
Like the silhouette.
Yes. Like,
yeah.
I freaking love this game so much.
James, you should absolutely play them, but there's no need to play them first.
Right.
If you've played any Metroidvania games, which I'm pretty sure you have, you'll be fine. You know exactly what to do. But yes, you need to go back. If you're feeling nostalgic, play some old NES Castlevanias.
3. That's it. Yeah.
Not Metroidvania. It's just platforming, action, whatever. But you need to play Symphony of the Night. If you like Metroidvania games, I know you like Metroid at least. If you like that style, you've got to play Symphony of the Night.
Speaking of the gameplay, I like that you can control your jumps. One thing I hate is that if you jump, you go pew! Like I wish I could just go eh.
Yeah, there's some parts where you're jumping
Yes.
from thing to thing, and you've got a ceiling above you.
Right.
And yeah, there's
I
no
mean,
way
you
to
can make it work because you can line up like whatever, but like
Yeah.
I just wish I could just tap what is it on Xbox? A.
There's another thing, and I think it is Cyber Shadow that it reminded me of. And I don't know. I think it was the pogo thing in Cyber Shadow. I don't know that I like the equivalent of like a double jump in this game. I wish it was just a double jump. Or do what Link
You mean
Zelda 2 did and just have it be an upwards attack that you can learn.
But do you mean the
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I wish you could just double jump. Not...
Not go phew, and then okay, well now I gotta float. Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
where... Have you beaten it?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
I can't remember if we've talked...
I cheated.
That's fine.
I didn't get the achievement, so I was like, I don't know if he's actually going to get the platinum. But then I'm like, oh, check Twitter, he got the platinum. Okay.
Did you have any
that
issues?
final boss was stupid. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm turning on the cheats.
final
I don't
boss
care.
is no
Yeah.
joke. Yeah.
Okay, so what?
Did you have any issues with the final skill? Like, did you accidentally kill yourself with it or anything at all?
What was that?
The like dash kind of thing.
Oh my god, I killed myself 15 to 20 times.
But like when you were trying to use it and you misjudged, or when you weren't trying to
Both.
use it. Okay.
Both.
Mine was mostly when I was not even trying to use it. And
Well,
then-
again, I'm playing with a crappy controller.
well, yeah.
But yeah, there's times where I was like, okay, I would just like jump and do it, and I was like, okay, I was too close. I got to back up, whatever. Like, especially when you get in the last like dungeon before you get to the final thing.
Yeah.
There's a part where you jump on the thing. It's like goes here, and then you got to jump and go boom. But I was like, if I do it from boom, boom, and I do it from here, I'm like boom. Okay, dead. Okay, so I was like, instead of here, I want to go here, and I was like, okay, I want to go here. Jump, pew, nailed it. Okay. But like, it shouldn't take that much. Like, you should be able to cancel it or something. There should be some kind of control you have when you're in the air. I did not like that. I only used that when I was either trying to just hit somebody and go through them and get to the next screen, or like trial and error. You know, when you can just use it and then jump over people and just keep going. Yeah.
Right. To me, the worst, like, I think starting with the third dungeon, they got pretty tough.
Yeah.
Because of all the instant
The
kill
jumps, yeah.
stuff. The fourth dungeon, to me, was the worst. And it was the parts where there's, like, platforms moving up and down, or maybe it was, like, spike things. But there were places where you had to, like, get from here to here, but there's, like, a wall. And you have to go, like, under and then, like, boost up. I died there
where
so many times.
Like the squares is where the spike go. Pink.
There may have been some of that, but it was like a platform and a platform. And you had to get from here to here. And this is probably moving. But then in between, there's like a wall. And so you can't just go from here to here because there's a wall. So you have to go under and then boost up. And it was more often after I got the skill and was just trying to get out to save, I couldn't get back. Every time I would go under, like, I would do the boost thing and I would just go up into the wall. Like, I did it too early or I did it too late and I didn't get enough height. And those parts were kind of annoying. But
that was me, and I think the third I think it was the third where you go bing, 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 where the blocks decay and they fall and you got to jump and there's arrows coming at you.
Yeah.
When you got to go back after you get the key or whatever, I'm like, I psyched myself out. I was like, that's it. I'm done for today. I'll come back tomorrow, whatever. And then you just got to like, whew, okay, boom, fall, wait, jump. Okay, boom, arrow, jump, boom, 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 jump, boom, boom, arrow, boom, jump. But then when you got to the end of the thing, when you went back the other way, you had to be holding your because there was like these 2 levels and you cannot, you're screwed.
There's also, the game has the like knockback that you would expect in a game like this, but I didn't find it cheap. Like, there's knockback, but it's not. Honestly, I think the knockback saved me as much as it killed me.
Yeah, especially when you're on the gears that turn in the water.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was nothing like Medusa heads. I mean, the closest thing was the freaking like the spears.
I mean, I think the closest thing. I mean, yeah, I guess that or like the floating eyeballs, eye things, but they're just like, there's no like monster closet things where like the eyes just keep floating across the screen or whatever. Yeah, none of that at least.
All right, so overall, Infernax, I freaking love this game. I beat it once. You beat it thrice. The other thing. I wish the map had a legend. So I figured it out after texting you that like the red areas are like the next dungeon. Okay. I still don't know what like the blue things are on the map.
I think blue is a level that you've beaten already.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't remember.
And then the dots were save rooms or like prayer room. What the
statues, the save things. Yeah.
Overall, though, I think we both agree that this is what Castlevania 2 could have been, and Zelda.
I think
2
it's what
could
Castlevania 2 wanted to be.
Right.
Now, I will give Castlevania 2 at least some credit in that it tried to do something that I don't think had really ever been done before. And there's a lot of, it was just too...
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about the day-night cycle and everything.
The similar issues to what people have with Zelda 1.
Yeah.
It's just very obtuse. They're just like, go. We're not going to tell you anything, figure it out. And then like random like fake blocks that you can fall through. Just, there's a lot of problems with Castlevania 2. But I'm not sure that wasn't the first... I guess Metroid probably came out first. I was going to say, it's one of the first Metroidvania games ever. Metroid, also not very good. But you could see what they were going for. Yeah. I will at least give it that. This game is awesome. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's like a 10 out of 10. But it's like an 8, 8.5. Like,
it's
I
at least
really like this game. The replay value is... off the charts.
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I beat it 3 times.
So there is a thing in the game called...
What's it called?
Jackass. Game Wizard.
Now I see what you're doing.
Okay.
So, yeah. So you can do...
God dang it.
So there's the whole, like, good and evil kind of thing.
But I heard somebody was saying that there's, like, really good, kind of good, medium, bad, really bad.
Kind of. Basically, you're either bad or good.
Okay.
And then there's, like, the really bad ending is really just the good version of the evil ending. It's you did everything as the bad guy versus you just went to the final boss as soon as you could. Well, it's the equivalent of
that's what I got.
Symphony of the Night killing Richter instead of figuring out that it's Shat. You know, it's that kind of thing. So you can either be good. There's like the good bad ending, the good ending.
So what is the good bad? Because I think that's what I got.
the good, the you were good, but you got the bad ending.
Yeah.
That's what you did. Yeah. You went into the thing and you just killed the enemy, killed the boss.
And then, do you know what the ending is?
I don't even remember what the ending was.
I'm like, oh no. And I'm like,
No idea what's happening.
okay. Well, I was like,
Oh, yeah, I don't even remember that. Yeah, so on top of that, there's things that
Derek's here.
I guess they let you know during the course of the game where you can enter your name as something else, and you get to play as different characters.
What the F?
You can enter your name as something else, and you're a guy with like a big axe. You can enter your name as something else, and you're like a wizard who like.
So I can be a guy with a big ass?
There's the code.
Yes.
The actual code you can do, which completely changes the game.
But you have to do that at the start, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to play through it with that.
And then
because.
there's also the good and evil thing. And once you really commit to being evil, that also kind of changes the game because
Is there
you
a
get
trophy for the code?
there's a
Beating it
trophy
that
just
way?
to put it in. You
Okay,
don't actually
okay.
have to beat the game.
Okay.
But when you're a bad guy, it changes. You get different spells. You get a different weapon.
Okay.
Like that alone changes the game. I don't know what happens if you start with some of the other characters and then go evil. Do you just revert to like the normal evil guy, or do you have a different evil guy because you started as a different character? Like I don't know what happens there. There's also, like you said, the game wizard, whatever they call it in the game, where it's basically game genie in the game. You can put in different.
It's like the game genie, but it's called
Right.
game wizard. Yeah.
And it change. There's like things that you can get, like a chainsaw and a jetpack, and the replay value is off the charts. In the end, it's just a really fun game. I'll be shocked, and I know this year's crazy.
No, it'll be top 10.
I think. Oh, it'll be my top 10 for sure. I'm saying I would almost be shocked if it's not my top 5. No, I mean we've got Horizon, Elden Ring. Maybe God of War. Like, I mean, this year
Breath of the Wild ain't coming out.
could be crazy, but like this will easily be in my top 10, maybe top 5.
Also, one of the things I like, if you suck at this like I do, you can grind pretty easily. Like you find it.
Especially in casual mode, because when you die, you don't lose.
No, but what I'm saying is like you go through an area with they all give you 15, 15,
Yeah,
15, 15, 15. You go off, come back 15, 15.
Oh,
15.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yep.
This game's awesome. It right now is my number 2 game of the year, I will say. She was like, hey, you guys. All right, Sean. It's time for the main event. And that would be our review in progress of Horizon Forbidden West.
Again, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
You don't need to skip.
Do not
you don't need
worry.
to turn it off. No spoilers.
How long have you played it? I hate you already.
A lot. I want to hear what you've played.
12.
21.
Damn it, Sean.
And I think
Are you almost there?
I'm at the end, or the kind of like the last.
But it hasn't said, are you sure you want to do this? 'Cause
No,
you can't save. Okay.
But the way there's a lot of stuff going down right now, unless they throw
It's
a big
going down for real.
curveball at me, I've got to imagine there might still be like 3 missions, like I don't know, a handful of missions left. But I think
it's like the end game.
I think I'm in
We're
like
the, end
the
game
final chapter. I know there's no chapters, but like
now. Right.
I think I'm near the end.
Okay, so before we get into our thoughts, Horizon, it came out today. It was the second biggest launch this year in the UK, next to Pokemon Arceus, a freaking game. 68% of those retail sales in the UK were on PS5. So Sony trying to screw people over. Guess what? Worked. You don't have to buy it on PS5.
So the other thing that I want to mention,
All right.
and I'm not thrilled about it, but it just made too much sense for me.
What did you do?
I'm playing the PS4 version
What the?
because you can load your PS4 save into PS5.
You are such a little bitch.
So I'm gonna get 2 trophies.
So you're
for
playing
it.
with a bitch at. Oh my
No,
god.
but that being said, it still looks beautiful.
I
Now
was going to text you. Wait, no, you cannot get away with this. I was going to text you because I go to my PS app and I'm like, let's see if Sean's playing it. When I go to just like the main screen, it's like, Sean, PS4. And I'm like, well, that's weird. And I click on him and it's like, oh no, he's playing PS5. It's like, oh, okay, good. And now you're telling me that we're not playing the PS5. You're playing the crap.
No, but I stand by that
This is
game.
like you cheesing ass your Kenneth freaking Bridge of Spirits Platinum, you cheap ass.
No, but
bridge.
I'm gonna earn
You
the
have
trophy.
become what you used to hate.
Yes, I fully admit that. That being said, the game is still beautiful on PS4.
Great.
There is a lot of pop-in, as you would probably expect.
Well, there's some on PS5 too.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm curious when I go back. Like, I'm definitely going to, even when I get the platinum, I'm going to spend more time in PS5 just experiencing it because I want to see, especially after playing so much on PS4, I want to see just how different it looks. But the game is beautiful on PS4. Now, granted, this is probably the equivalent of at least
PS4
playing on
Pro.
PS4
Yes,
Pro,
it
if
is,
not
yes.
maybe even above that.
Yes.
But a lot of popping and stuff. There's definitely some glitches. I had this one time where I was just running down a path and she just like vaulted over something.
Over nothing?
There's nothing there. And I'm like, what? And I ran back and she keeps like vaulting over something and there's nothing there. There's another time I went to, there's like the melee pits. I don't know if you've done any of those yet. But you have
at
to,
this point, I just want to mainline the story.
you have to
I'm
you have to talk to the pit master to like start it. And
You mean
so
barbecue?
there was a melee pit in one of these towns, whatever that I was in. Towns, I don't know, village, whatever you want to call it.
Outposts.
And yeah. And it's like, talk to the pit master to start it. And I'm like, I'm looking at the map. I'm like, it's supposed to be like right here. So I like click on, I do the waypoint to like, show me where it is because I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
It's like 0 feet.
Yeah. And then I eventually move forward and it's like triangle. Talk to pitmaster.
But he
I'm
was
like,
not there.
Okay. And the whole cutscene carries on and he's not there. And she's just like talking. And it's just, there's a lot of weird stuff like that.
You go back and listen to our pet peeves episode.
What else? There's been some weird thing. There's a couple times where
Okay, before we get into all that, again, like I said, 68% of people in the UK bought the game on PS5, so they got screwed over by Sony because Sony is jackasses. The delay from whenever it was supposed to come out, fall, I get quote unquote fall, to February was to avoid crunch. Good on you, Gorilla. I appreciate that. That's great. Also, Sony's going to plant a tree for every player that gets the Reached the Daunt trophy. Daunt in the game. All right. So, go ahead, Sean.
I was just going to say, there's been a couple times where like I've killed, because again, and this is kind of how I played Zero Dawn, I do a lot of melee. Like I don't really use,
and it's not that much better.
I think it's fine, but there's times where I've killed like a thunder, like something big,
Yeah.
and I would swear that I'm stuck. Like it fell on top of me, and I'm jumping and jumping and jumping, and I can't move, and I'm like ducking and jumping and twisting and turning and ducking and jumping, and I eventually get out of there. But I'm like, if I would have had to just like restart, I would have been very upset. There's been times I feel like I was on the verge of just being completely and utterly stuck, but I got out.
I have some of those too. Yeah.
There's been a decent amount, but never overwhelming, a decent amount of water stuff. But like,
I haven't done much
to
yet, but
me,
you
the
can't
part that you
attack.
were complaining about, not the part we were complaining about, but the part right before that, to me is by far the worst of it.
Which one?
Because eventually you get, kind of a spoiler, but not really, you get a
Rebreather, whatever,
yeah, so you don't have to worry about oxygen levels. The part where you're escaping the people.
Okay, yeah.
To me, that's been by far the worst underwater part because you have to worry about your oxygen. You don't really know where you're going. You know, so
it's like Metal Gear Solid 2.
That's exactly what I thought of. There's been some underwater sections after that, but like it's fine. Once you can just breathe underwater, you don't need to worry about getting air. So I was pleasantly surprised. I was worried, and who knows? I haven't beaten it yet, level. But exactly, yeah. There's been none of that.
Not. I've heard there's not. I've heard that you can't even fight underwater.
That's the other thing. It can really only be so bad because you can't do anything anyway. So it's not like you need to fight the Loch Ness robot, like
a robot.
So yeah, but I'm glad with that.
Speaking of tech issues, why in every cutscene is Aloy's hair just going?
Well, it's the whole thing. I think women's hair, like, I get the physics that they're doing, but like,
I don't.
The hair is like, you know, over their shoulder,
and then they turn it,
and then it's like,
it's like she's Medusa.
Yeah,
it's like.
Now, if you remember, Zero Dawn, you couldn't stop talking about the hair physics.
But it wasn't
not the physics, but just the look of it.
No, it was more like when you're playing.
Do you think it's gotten worse, or you're just upset that it hasn't gotten better?
No, I think it's gotten worse.
Oh,
now this could be a
it's
patch thing or something, but I think it's something about like when you're playing the game, it looks great, and normally in cutscenes it's fine. But then like, if she moves her head, it's like.
The facial animations, like. So much, like
it's not even close. It's not even close. Yes.
There are times where like,
so even on PS4, you're saying,
oh god,
I actually like that we're doing this. This is actually good. This is a good PS4.
You're welcome.
VPF5. What?
VPF5.
What? Wait, what did you say?
Well, I said you're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
What was I gonna say? There's times where like. You know, because I've got subtitles on, and somebody's talking, and I read the subtitles, and I read ahead of what they're saying. I'll look up the mouth.
And then it's like,
you can.
What do you want to do? And you're like,
right? It's not just.
It's not just.
Like you could almost read their lips. Like the mouth movement is really good. Just the facial expressions, just the way they just like behave and act, like especially after the first one and all the issues there were.
What do you think we should do, Aloy? I don't know.
What else?
The game is beautiful.
Yes.
So even on PS4 Pro, I guess, you think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
what I find myself having to do is like, okay, like I mount like a giant big old boy, and I'm like, no, just stop, wait, look around. And that was the thing that I tweeted 2 nights ago. I was like, last night as we're recording this, it's like, oh my god, like you just stop and you look around. It's like, this is amazing. Now, the only thing I will say is not amazing. The area where you get out and then you're like, it's not like a snowy area, but there's snow falling.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, bing. That is not snow going down. That is me nitpicking like to the ultimate level. I freaking love this game so much. But yeah, I find myself just being like, wait, stop, take it easy, look around. It is freaking beautiful.
Yeah. And I'm not like mainlining the game by any means. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm at least doing some, side quests and optional stuff.
Derek says, sounds like they put underwater physics on the hair all the time. That is perfect.
That's just kind of, yeah. Yeah, that is kind of what it's like. I've done a decent amount of like side quests and optional stuff just because I know some of that's required for the platinum, but I'm also not getting. I don't want to waste my time doing a bunch of stuff that I don't have to.
Yeah,
especially like the little like chess kind of whatever. I've still not played that game at all. I haven't looked to see if there's a trophy.
So in this game, there is a what's it called? Strike something.
Strike zone? No, strike.
It's their version of chess or Gwent or whatever. I freaking hate it so much. I did the tutorial and I was like, I don't care. Beep, 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 pop, pop. Get me out of this. If that's in the platinum,
I'll look up a guide if I had to. Yeah. I feel like it's not.
It sucks. I do not have time in this awesome, beautiful world.
No, it's the last thing I want to be doing.
A turn-based chess game. Kiss my ass.
Yeah. It's the last thing I want to be doing in this game. There's so much better stuff to do.
I love. First off, old characters come back in this. Not a spoiler. They're in the trailers. But they all got a glow up on PS5 and I guess PS4 Pro. Like everyone just looks so much better. So it's only been 6 months since Zero Dawn ended. And everyone in this, the one that I don't think looks a lot different is Aaron. Do you agree?
He looks more or less the same, yeah.
But like Varl looks way better. Aloy looks way better.
Yeah.
To me. Aaron's kind of like,
even though she's got a beard.
You're gonna get us canceled, man. No, Aloy's, and that's another thing I've heard. I was listening to Game Scoop when I was grocery shopping when I didn't have to go to the self-checkout, thankfully. Everyone on Game Scoop was like, Aloy's not that good a character, and she's kind of whatever, and she doesn't want any help, whatever. I feel like I'm going back to like 2005 when I loved Kratos, and everyone said he was a horrible character. Not that they're saying Aloy's a horrible character, but I don't understand people's complaints with her. I think Aloy is freaking awesome. Mm-hmm. I think she's a badass. I love that she is sarcastic. I love that she is like confident in everything. I don't have a problem with her saying she doesn't want help. She's saying she doesn't want help because she's trying to save her friends. She doesn't want them
She doesn't want to like endanger other people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, am I crazy or is Aloy awesome?
She's awesome.
I'm not trying to do that.
I'm just saying. Did it. But yeah, she's awesome.
I'm gonna punch you in your face. Your awesome face. Peach fuzz for the win. Damn right. Aloy's awesome. I love her. I love her character in this. When you finally in the beginning of the game, like an hour in, I would say, to the opening cutscene and the title sequence and everything, and you see.
That's going to be something I'm going to go back to like YouTube and just like watch it again and just watch like I could just like zone out watching that. It's so beautiful.
It's like the music and everything, and you see all these places you've been. It is just like magical and perfect. Also, when you start getting a little bit deeper into the game, and you start seeing all the dead robot dinosaurs from the first game, like from the battle, I'm like, it's super eerie and weird. Like the Cooptos. Not the Dementors. The Cooptos. Damn it. The one thing I don't like about Aloy, as much as I love her, I feel like Samuel L. Jackson. Say I'm going to put this in my stash one more time. I don't like the inventory management in this. I hate it.
I don't understand. Like,
also,
you can only carry
whistle.
You can only carry so much, and if you're full, it goes into your stash. But like, do I actually have to get stuff out of there?
Yeah.
Like, if I want to go, if it puts a bunch of crap in my stash. No, I know, but like, if it puts a bunch of stuff in my stash, and I want to sell it, do I need to get it out of my stash and then take it to somebody to sell, or can I just sell it and it's like, yeah, we'll get the stuff? Like, I don't know how that's actually managed. Like, I never actually go.
You can hold up on the D-pad to replenish your berries, but I don't know if that does everything or just the berries. I think you have to go to a stash to get it into.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't sold anything yet, but
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, the whistle. Like, you don't have a whistle yet?
I don't think you get it. No.
The only thing I don't like about this is,
but I mean, that's.
I don't think
they should have gotten rid of it, but it's a little OP. You can just hide in grass and be like, and then come over, and then kill. Like, believe me, I used it a lot in the first one. And the rocks are almost as OP. They're just a little bit more difficult to use, and at least you can draw enemies away with it. It's not all about bringing them in.
But you had rocks in the first one too. I just don't know why you would take away the whistle or the lure call, I think it's called. It makes stealth a little bit harder, which I guess is fine. But I'm not good at video games, so I would like to have the lure call. But yeah, like the one thing I noted, I was reading online because I was trying to figure out is the whistle in this or not. If you throw a rock and then you've got like one of the burrower, one of the hollowers,
Joey B,
yeah, and they're like, it's like if you throw a rock while they're in like caution mode, going back to Metal Gear. It's like if you throw it, they know where, and they go. So that's what's keeping me from doing it. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna like highlight the track, figure out where they're going, wait till this guy's over here not looking. I'm gonna go up there and. But yeah, I miss it so much, and it probably is because it's OP is why I miss it.
Yeah, I mean, I do miss it, but I can also kind of see why they got rid of it.
Yeah,
I don't know. What else? What were we just talking? Oh, the combat. What do you think about the combat?
I don't
mind it. I don't know. You can see
think
where they
the
tried to
melee-
improve.
I don't think the melee's gotten much better.
I think what this game could really benefit from, and again, maybe talk about being OP. I wish you could lock onto enemies.
Oh my god! That's
Because
what I
there's
said about
so many
Ghost.
times where like you lose track. The camera in this game, at least when you're in like indoor, like
Yes.
confined areas, it's not good sometimes. And yeah, if I'm trying to fight a bunch of enemies and I can't like keep track of them, I don't know. I wish you could lock on in this game. I don't know why any 3D action game does
Agreed.
not. I don't know why they would ever not have a lock-on feature. Ghost, I at least kind of get it because it doesn't.
It's more one-on-one, and
Yeah.
strategery.
But
yeah.
this game seems like it would be perfect to have.
Yeah, it's crazy. Where the times when I've got like a Guillermo, and I'm like, okay, and I try to do R1, 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 R2 combo, and I'm like R1, R1, and then it's like what? And I just go R1 over here, and then R2, and I'm like, where'd he go? It's just so frustrating. Like,
Yeah.
I think the range combat. Also, like I still don't have like a tear shot arrow. I don't have a sharp point or what's it called? Like the sniper bow.
Yeah.
I don't even have that yet. Like, how do I? Is that all story stuff?
I bought one fairly early on. Like
Maybe
a sniper
I just
bow.
need to actually pay attention. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like that there's no lock on. The melee is a little bit better, I guess, but it's still not great.
One thing I don't like, and I'm sure it was probably like this in the first one, and I think it's part of the reason why I never really got too into.
Yes,
Like-
James, we use lock on in games. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Ever since
Especially
Ocarina.
for melee, yes.
Um,
Love you, Jim.
where we just
Keep
I
going.
wish you didn't. I feel like the amount of weapons in the game is
Too much.
artificially inflated.
Yeah.
I don't know why you need to have a special bow that can shoot fire arrows
yeah.
or acid arrows or ice arrows. Why can't I just have a bow and it can shoot all types and maybe
Oh, the thing that was weird was when
like
I got
don't
the
like
one.
I don't have a bow that can shoot ice arrows, so I don't have the thing that is
Right.
that enemy's weakness. I'm like, why can't I just have ice arrows on whatever bow? That I don't like that, but
I feel like the skill tree also is just so inflated that I'm like, I don't even know what to do.
There's a lot of
I don't even know
stuff-
what I'm unlocking at this point.
there's a lot of stuff I'm like, I don't need any of this stuff. There's almost
Valor.
entire trees I haven't touched.
Valor. I don't even know how to activate Valor. All of a sudden it pops up
L1,
on the
R1.
screen. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And then I'm like,
Or
I
no,
don't even know what
L2.
I have. Exactly.
No, L1, like where you would go to
Square.
change your weapons, and then when you're in that menu, hit R1.
I feel like they tried to do a lot with the combat in this. I don't know that it's landing. I feel like I'm nitpicking this game.
I don't
right
know
now.
that some of the combos are necessary. Like
All I have is the one.
it's like
the 3 and
you
then
can
the
do
2.
R1, 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 R2, or you can do R1, R1, R2, or you can do R1, R1, hold R2, or you can do R1, R1, pause, R1, R1. I'm like, or R1, 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 pause.
Who's
R1?
R1?
And I'm not exaggerating. Like these
No,
are all
I know.
literally combos. Like I don't know that we need to have all these different combos. Like, and they're there, but that's how the first one was too. In that there's just a lot of ways to fight in this game that I don't use.
Yeah.
I use the shield breaker, which I think is R1, 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 R2.
Yeah.
But that's about the only combo I ever really use. I don't really use any of the traps.
I never use traps, but like that whole tree, I'm like, that will be the thing I do for the platinum. I do not care at all. I don't use traps. I don't want to use traps. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like picking on this game a little bit, but I love it so far.
I mean, it's by far, I know it's only February and there's been like 2 games that have come out. It's far and away my game of the year. And I mean, it could change as early as like 4 days from now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's going to be easily top 3, maybe top 2, if not number 1 when all is said and done, depending on what else comes out this year. But like, it's exactly what I hoped it would be.
I mean, I hope it's better than Shredder's Revenge.
I think it will be.
No, I don't know. All right. I mean, yeah, it will. What else do I have here? Getting to my first tall neck. No spoilers because they're in this, but like,
I don't know if it
I found
changes.
another one that was like, Aloy kept saying, I can't go here yet. I can't go here. I was like, what?
The one like in the desert.
Yeah. I was like, what am I missing?
I had to look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You can't.
Okay. Is there something like late game?
Later on, you can. I actually just got it in my game. But the first one, kind of a pain, not that bad. Mm-hmm. The second one I got to was the one you can't do yet.
Okay.
But the second one that I actually unlocked, or, overrode. Thank you. And it's probably the second one you'll do too. Like, yes. I think it just kind of, I mean, you can go wherever you want. But yeah. That one sucked.
Ugh.
It's just, you're in this area, and it's the typical, you got to get up high so you can get onto it.
Yeah.
But it's just in the middle of all these trees, and it's one of those things, kind of like where you were complaining about before, where it's like, if you fall, you're just like, oh my God, where am I? And how do I get back to where I can like start climbing up? I fell so many times.
Great.
And, the thing's just like walking in a circle. And I'll get to where I need to be, and I just missed him. And now I got to wait like 5 minutes for him to come all the way back around. Like that one drove me insane.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure there's 6 tall necks. I've done 5. I don't see. There's not another one on the map. I've got one pretty sizable area of fog still, but usually they still show up, and it's like, ooh, there he is. I'm gonna go like.
Well, yeah, but it might just be like it's not till late.
Maybe I haven't even gotten close enough to it for it to pop
unlock,
up.
Yeah.
So I think I've got one more tall neck to find.
But either way, when I unlocked that first tall neck, when I finally got up there, I was like, I don't care about reused animations. Your best tweet ever, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this is still magical. And like seeing it and being up there and then rappelling down, I was like, man. And like I killed a Thunderjaw. Like one of the things I don't like is that so many of the robot dinosaurs that I killed that I came to love are not in this. And I get it's a sequel, whatever, but like also like I miss the Watchers and I miss like the Longhorns, whatever. Now the long legs are in there. Mm-hmm. The what did I say before?
Ravagers.
The Ravagers are in there, but most of them are just dead when I find them. There's
some that are alive.
Okay, good. And then there's the Apex Predators and stuff. It's cool. But anyways.
The Randy Ortons.
But I miss them. What else? Oh, the cauldron. So the cauldrons are back. They do seem crazier this time. I texted Sean that he agreed.
I haven't done any that are not story related. Have you done any like optional ones?
No.
Okay. There's a trophy that's like.
Is there a lot?
Override, I think like 9 different ones, 9 different robots. So I'm like, does that mean I have to do 9?
No, because each one
cauldrons?
unlocks like 3, I think.
Okay.
2 or 3.
So I'm going to have to, I just hope maybe the optional ones aren't as long or confusing as the in-game ones. But yeah, I haven't done any of those yet, the optional ones.
I will say, notes, no story stuff. By the way, the thing that I texted you about, I was like, what the hell? Does that make more sense now where you're at? No spoilers.
Do that. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still kind of sort of confused, but that's just me. I think everything has been explained, but I'm still just like...
I do wonder if, like, my only worry is that this story is not going to be as good. Like, right now I'm hooked, but I'm like, it's juggling a lot, and I worry if they're going to be able to stick the landing.
I think they will.
Okay.
And I kind of have a feeling that I know, and this whole time I'm like,
I mean,
I'm
sure,
trying to nail
I think
Horizon 3's name. I think I kind of know what it's going to be. Not
Dawn Zero.
Like, I kind of have a feeling I know where they go next.
Canada?
But no, I like it so far. The story is definitely a little, I wouldn't say convoluted, but it's like the first one just kind of set the plate.
The table.
Yeah,
They set the plate.
And now it's like, well, now what do we do with that? So I expected it to be a little bit of a drop off. I don't know that the story, I think it's good. But yeah, I don't know that it's going to top the first one, which we both kind of thought going into this. We're like, I don't see how this game isn't better, but maybe the story isn't as good. And I think that's
the climbing thing. We didn't even talk about that. So the climbing is better, but it ain't Breath of Wild. And it's not trying to be, but also like it's still just Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
With more spots. You can go, you know, like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's
what I will say is even when you're not climbing, the terrain seems to be pretty forgiving. Like a lot of times I'll see like a mountain and I just run and just jump. And she's
yeah.
And like I can get up to the top of most things just by jumping without having to like do the climbing. So I'm like, that's better. And yeah, you can see where they've taken some.
Well, I mean, you know, it's the climb. Okay, never mind.
They definitely took some whatever from
it's like they
Breath
went
of the Wild.
They went halfway.
Yeah.
Also, whenever you scan the area where they're and it's like, oh, you can climb here, whatever. You can't climb here because there's red X's. Do you know what that is from?
Oh, it's Death Stranding.
Game of the year 2019.
But at least they don't highlight rocks that you might trip over.
Oh yeah, they effing do. If you scan it, they do. You jackass. You hate,
yeah, but you don't trip.
You
over
hate
it.
ass mother loving son of a biscuit.
Now, what I will say, it's not a spoiler because it's all over the game art and stuff. Like I made it to San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
And I do think that's a pretty like. I'm sure it's not quite the same as Death Stranding, but like
you're like, holy crap!
Just make it to like the just like made it to the other side of the map and stuff. It was a pretty cool feeling. Yeah,
you should play that game.
Yeah,
it's a good game.
I tried.
No, you didn't. You did not. I guess when it comes down to it, we've been going for almost an hour. When it comes down to it, so far, I love Horizon Forbidden West. What I will say, I do think it's more of the same. But it's more of the same, but better, and I think that's a good thing. Like you don't need
to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah,
like
freaking thank you. Like your tweet thing that you had, and you're like, oh my God, they were used from this. Yes, like the fact that like that jackass that tweeted that about the animations, has that guy ever made anything in his life? No,
he's just a troll. I
don't even know who he is. I can't
he's a
think
nobody. He's just an Xbox fanboy. Like,
but that's what I'm saying is like, why when you have something that looks as cool as it did in the first game, why would you not? And it's the same thing with God of War and the boat and stuff. Like, how else is Kratos supposed to do a freaking cartwheel to get into the boat? Is Aloy supposed to do a backflip and then do her freaking rappel thing? Like, this game is more of the same, but it's more of the same just turned to like 11 or 12, and it's so good. And like I've said a lot of times here over the last couple months that like
I'm gonna guess a lot of the people that are complaining about that are also probably the same people that buy Call of Duty every year, which is literally the same game every time.
And Madden.
And
FIFA,
Madden.
And
like
NBA, yeah.
But
like, I've been in a rut for a while now. Like, I would say at least I've been in a AAA rut. This is the game that's gotten me out of it. Like, I want to play this game. When I'm not playing this game, I'm thinking about playing it. And this is the first time that's happened in a very long time. I had Infernax. I had some other, I played Castlevania. I played Contra, whatever, just to get me through this. But like,
no, this is a game that
this is the game
wanting.
I needed.
As much as I loved Guardians, there were times where I'm like, I've got some time. I think I'll play Guardians. I got to get through that. This is like, no, okay, I'm ready to go back and play this game.
And I want to live in this world. Like, I want to do all the side quests. But the other thing, okay, question for you, and you probably already know, Elden Ring, 5 days from when we're recording this. What is your plan? Because right now I'm like, I will
have it beaten by then.
Okay.
So what I read is you can get the and I feel like these are always way underestimated. Supposedly this takes about 30 hours to platinum.
No.
I would think, again, I have no idea, but I would guess I might be able to beat it tomorrow. Like, it seems like I've got maybe a few hours left, but it could be like 10 hours and it wouldn't surprise me. But I've got to imagine I'm getting close. There may be 2 hours just of cutscenes. I mean, who knows? And then I'm still trying to stay away from trophies for the most part because I don't want to stumble across something.
Correct.
Yeah. I know that the highest level related trophy. Basically,
50.
I looked at the trophies that are not hidden.
50. Yeah.
It's 50. And I think I'm at like level 30 something right now, 34 or so. So I'm definitely going to have to grind a little bit to get to 50.
No, but if you're doing all the other stuff to get to platinum, it's going to come. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm going to try to get the platinum before Friday. But I think if I don't get it, I can... Whenever I need a break from Elden Ring for a day, I can jump back in for a few hours here and there.
Yeah, right now I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to play Elden Ring on Friday.
Oh, there's no way I'm not.
I know, but like
as much as I'm looking forward to that game, I'm also just like, it's what's his name, CJ. Like, here we go again. Like,
oh shit, here we go again.
Part of me is just like I loved Bloodborne, I loved Demon Souls, but the thought of starting a new one that's probably
from scratch,
even bigger than those, I'm just like, it's just overwhelming to even think about. Like Horizon, I knew exactly what I was
for. Yeah.
Exactly. Elden Ring, I have no idea what to expect. Yeah. I know I'm just going to be dying constantly. I'm going to play it day one, but that's going to be much more of a slow burn. I'm kind of glad it came out after Horizon. Like, I'm glad we got Horizon and then Elden Ring. Maybe another week would have been better.
Yes, please.
But I'm glad that Horizon came first.
Well, it goes back to the original Horizon. Like, I wish Breath of the Wild was like a week or two after. Because then I would have got Horizon when it came out, got the platinum, loved it, and then go to Breath of the Wild and go, oh, I can climb stuff. Oh, it's raining. Lightning. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. It all... I think my goal is to try and beat this. But I'm also like... I'm really into the story. So I kind of want to mainline it, but also I love the world. So I don't want to mainline it, but then I'm like, but I can beat it, and then I can.
Yeah, you
do
can always
everything
come back.
else.
That's where I'm at. I think I'm going to just go ahead and finish up the platinum, and then PS5 just
load it,
fart around, just go load, like go. Yeah, I mean, load it, get the
I
platinum.
do wonder when you play
and then
it on
just
PS5.
start uncovering if there's areas of
Yeah.
the map I still haven't been to. Go see what's going on over there. Maybe do some extra side quests. Maybe do some more cauldrons or rebel camps or whatever. But like,
See, I do wonder when you play it on PS5, you're probably going to be like, oh my God. Because the opposite of that was when, we got 2 years ago, well, a year and a half ago, we got Immortals for a review. Well, we got one. You had to buy it, sorry. But like, then I went back after I got it and I got the platinum and everything. I beat it, whatever. And then I booted up the PS4 version. I was like, maybe I can get the platinum on this. No save transfers or anything. And then I played it for like, and he was like, I was like, nope, done. Delete it. I'm done. I'm not dealing with this. So I really think like, as good as it is on PS4 Pro, I feel like when you boot it up on PS5, you're going to be like,
oh, it's gonna blow. my
holy
mind.
crap. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you doing performance or
Performance.
whatever the other one is? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks beautiful to me on performance, and I would rather have 60 FPS.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it's not even a question to me.
Yeah.
Horizon Forbidden West is awesome. Please play it. Derek's only platinum is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Wow.
Sean
I'm
does
somewhat
not have the platinum.
tempted to go back and do that.
Oh, you should.
I need a break. Like, it'll be after Elden Ring.
Well, then GTA 5, Sifu.
I might. I'm going to be getting to that point like you've had to go through a couple times now where I'm like, I need to get something good for my 50th platinum. So I think Horizon...
46 or 7?
I don't think I'm that high. I think Horizon...
No, you are, because I checked. I think you're 46.
What was the last one I got was Infernax.
Was what?
Infernax?
Infernax is what you said. You're like mom with oatmeal. Oatmeal.
Infernax was 46. So Horizon will be 47, 48. If I can squeeze something else in there,
I mean, you can.
Elden Ring could be 50.
You can.
That's assuming I can even get the platinum in Elden Ring.
I've got a list of easy platinums I can send you. So then
There
Elden
goes
can be 50.
Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac and Biggie, Andre from Outkast, Jada, Corrupt, Nas, and then me.
Vimy.
Am I high? Perhaps.
I thought that's what he said. Am I high? Perhaps.
Yeah. Maybe I think Elden Ring should be 50. But I got to find something.
Yeah, but you got to...
But I still don't know. I may not be able to platinum that game.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that game is one that you
No, but
shouldn't
isn't
even
Elden
look
Ring
at.
the one that they said, take it for what it's worth, but like...
I feel like that's damage
It's
control.
not as hard as previous Soulsborne games.
If what I will say with this, what I hope the difficulty is that it is like Demon Souls PS5, because that was challenging. Other than the stupid flame lurker, that was just here, and everything else. Was like, you can do this.
Yeah.
If it's that level of difficulty, then I'm not going to get the platinum, but I will be happy. Like, I want a challenge, but I don't want a game to just say I hate you.
Right. Yeah.
Where are we at?
I think I think it's time to get to this.
Over an hour. All right. Play Horizon Forbidden West. It's awesome. It's beautiful. Apparently, if you have a PS4 Pro or a PS5, like this guy, well, and that guy. But yeah. All right, Sean.
Yeah.
It's been a long podcast, but you want to get the news of the week?
Ready.
What?
Yes.
Try that again. Do you want to get the news of the week?
Yes.
All right, Sean. 2 news items this week because we knew it was going to be a long discussion about the games that we had to review. I don't know what's happening. This comes from VGC. Both these stories do, but the first one is that the Wii U and 3DS stores are closing next year. From VGC, Nintendo has announced it will cease digital game purchases on Wii U and Nintendo 3DS systems in March 2023. From that date onwards, shouldn't it be onward? This is like the backward compatibility,
backwards.
but backward compatibility is what there's no S.
Backwards.
I mean, I think there can be, but it is. Who cares?
Forwards.
Yeah, exactly.
3 words.
Wordle words. It will no longer be possible to make purchases in the Nintendo eShop for either system or download free content, including game demos. According to Nintendo, after late March 2023, and quote, for the foreseeable future, it will still be possible to re-download games and DLC, receive software updates, and play online on Wii U and 3DS. Quote, this is part of the natural life cycle for any product line as it becomes less used by consumers over time, the company said. We are providing this notice more than a year in advance of the end of purchases, so users will have plenty of time to prepare. The closures mean that many digital-only Wii U and 3DS games will essentially disappear from next year. This is what they say in the UK. From. Everything is from next year. They don't say after or beginning. They always say from.
Oh, yeah.
Wii U launched in 2012 and sold just 13.5 million units. By 2017, it was discontinued. The 3DS launched in 2011 and sold over 75 million units and was discontinued in 2020. To mark the store closures, Nintendo has launched a website where users can look back on their personal Wii U and 3DS play statistics. Did you look up this at all?
Mm-mm.
I did. It was like there was not a lot for either system. But yeah, so looking at the Wii U and 3DS stores closing, you will still be able to re-download games that you have purchased already, although some people are saying this might not last for very long. As of May 23rd, 2022, you can no longer use credit cards to add funds to your account on these stores. As of August 29th of this year, you can no longer use eShop gift cards. So one of the big things here... Is that a Christmas sweater?
I don't know.
With a tie?
No, that's like the zipper part of the sweater.
Great. What is happening? I just saw a picture of Brock Lesnar in a sweater and a cowboy hat. So when it comes to these stores closing, we're going to lose a lot of digital-only games. The Wii U will apparently lose 450 games that are digital-only. The 3DS will lose 600 digital-only games. There will be 530 virtual console games that are gone, 350 of which are not on Switch Online. Nintendo also said that they have no plans to offer classic content other than their Switch Online service, which they think is completely sufficient. Also, after they put this on their Q&A section of the website, they removed it. Sean, this sucks.
Yeah, I feel...
By the way, emulate Nintendo games. We don't care. Frickin' do it. If Nintendo's not gonna save these frickin' games that are some of the most important games of all time, and they're just like, no, it's not important at all. We could just have people subscribe to our crappy Switch Online service and play them there. F that. Emulate these games. If you cannot buy them, do not feel guilty at all. I know it's technically illegal, whatever. Whatever. But it's if you cannot buy these games and play them, emulate them. I don't care. I'm not skirting around anymore. Get a friggin' emulator, get a Raspberry Pi, and play these games the way they should be played. This is such BS. I will say at least they're giving everybody a year heads up. Sony did not do that, and then they backtracked about the PS3 and the Vita and everything. But this just pisses me off. That's out of nowhere. Hey, happy 10th anniversary Wii U. We're shutting down the Wii U store here.
Well, yeah, I mean, it sucks for for both of the Wii U owners. And then 3DS, I don't know. I feel like Nintendo, ever since the Wii, in terms of virtual console, whatever, backwards compatibility, whatever you want to call it, just... I mean, I guess it was probably
perfect.
It was probably fine on Wii U.
It was really good, but it was not as good as the Wii. Yeah.
3DS, I'm like, I don't want to play these games on a little
3DS,
teeny tiny screen.
But again, some of the SNES games, you have to have the new 3DS.
Yeah, it's so just stupidly overly complicated. That being said, I don't know why.
The Wii U,
why would you expect? Yes, why would you expect Nintendo to still keep the Wii U Virtual Console?
The 3DS, I guess, is the thing that I'm like, why?
Because we have Switch now, without a Virtual Console.
But they were still supporting the 3DS up until 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But also, the Wii U, the only thing I don't like is it's like it just reminds me of the Wii shutting down that eShop and that VC, because that virtual console was freaking amazing. They had literally every retro system. It was amazing. And then it's like, we're done, whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess Nintendo. Next item, Sean. This one is specifically for you. Otherwise, I would have one item on the list. Don't read it. Get back up.
I'm not gonna.
No, it's good. I'm not gonna. Chihiro Fujioka, director of Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, has said that he'd liked his final game to be, quote, another Mario RPG if possible. Speaking to the YouTube channel MinMax and transcribed by Nintendo Life, Fujioka discussed his career so far in the development of Super Mario RPG. When asked by host Ben if he was eager to get your hands on Mario RPG again at some point in your career, Fujioka replied, quote, yeah, I would absolutely love to make one. Yeah, so in my career, I've been involved in a lot of games, and I'd really like my final one to be another Mario RPG if possible. He later elaborated, however, he didn't reveal any plot details about the theorized sequel. Quote, I would like to go back and create a Mario RPG where you're only controlling Mario, end quote. Super Mario RPG, blah, blah, blah. But the basic of this, the basic point of this story is that the RPG, the director of Super Mario RPG wants to make a sequel to the game, and he wants it to be his last game. Is this like you can't even dream of it, or?
Well, I wonder.
He wants Mario only.
Does he
no
literally
Mario Luigi.
mean like a Mario RPG 2, or does he mean just a Mario role-playing game?
From what I understand from my sources,
yes,
they're deep in Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
A sequel to Super Mario RPG, the Seven Stars Kingdom, whatever it's called, Land of the Seven Mushrooms.
I would love that. Now, there's not really any such. You're not going to have a role-playing game where you literally only play as one character.
True.
So I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, yes, Mario should be the main
So
character.
I think what he was saying was that like he's trying to differentiate what he would want to do separate from the Mario plus Luigi RPGs that were made after that.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, that's fine. But like, I don't know. I think you're doing yourself a disservice if you make a role-playing game where you only play as... There's no other characters.
Yeah.
That just seems weird to me. That being said, if we actually got a Super Mario RPG 2...
You would pay $200.
I would absolutely love it. Yeah.
Thanks, Derek. Oh, England.
Oh, nice.
My idea for this...
Cheerio.
Oi, governor. is... Imagine Super Mario RPG, but a sequel, but 2D HD like Octopath and Project Triangle Strategy. Like if they okay,
because it's Nintendo, they're gonna want. That being said, I do want it to be somewhat faithful to Mario RPG. Like,
but could you do that in HD 2D? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it should just be.
Or do you have to do the isometric, pre-rendered, whatever?
I kind of like the idea of.
I mean, it doesn't have to be pre-rendered, but
right. But like, I like the idea of just ISO, not like over the shoulder, like Mario RPG style.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like. But Nintendo, I don't know. I think they could do similar to how they've updated like 2D Metroid, almost like a not 2.5D, but like a similar mindset to what they've done with Metroid, to leave it 2D side scrolling, but like way better.
Yeah.
Just do that, but don't overcomplicate things. Like still kind of like an isometric. I don't know. I don't want like this full like 3D world. I don't know. I think if you're gonna have the gumption to call it Super Mario RPG 2, which that's what I would want it to be, you better stay pretty faithful to the original.
It better be the same game. But
exactly. Yeah.
All right, Sean. Time for the wrap up. God almighty. Today, the Capcom countdown ended. And it ended with a teaser trailer for Street Fighter 6. More info will be coming out this summer. Capcom also announced the Capcom Fighting Collection, which is coming out June 24th, which contains 5 Darkstalkers games. Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition. Do you know what this game is? I think we played this at Rec Room one time when I bought my... We rented a PS2 there, but I brought my discs. So it's Hyper Street Fighter, the Anniversary Edition. You can pick any fighter from Street Fighter 2, Champion Edition, Hyper, Super, or Super Turbo.
What is Hyper?
It's just they called it Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition.
Oh, okay.
It's a new game where you can pick any character from all 5 Street Fighter 2 games.
Okay.
And you can match them up however accordingly you want. I don't know what I said accordingly. But Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo and 3 other games for $40. What the bloody effing hell is that logo?
There's no way.
Then
that
why
has
show
to just be
anything?
Because other than just like black and white text saying Street Fighter 6 is coming. Like,
That's basically what they did.
no, I know, but at least this has some. Believe me, I don't
But it looks like
it.
a friggin'. It looks like a damn NFT, which really scares the shit out of me. Buy Ryu.
There's no
Why
way.
is Ryu this wide?
Ryu.
I know. I'm sorry. Why is he like
What are you
Alana?
doing the crane kick?
No, he's this. Oh, Alana was like, "Why did Ryu eat a bus?" And I'm like, "Yes,
Kirby's mouthful mode.
yes."
I don't. There's no way that they're not going to just change what has more or less been the Street Fighter logo.
Like I
for
didn't love the Street Fighter 5
something
logo,
years. But at least
like,
it still looked like Street
but it
Fighter.
still looked like Street Fighter. Yeah.
There's no way they're going to.
And then
just,
they're like SF6, and like the tweet I sent you from Altano was like, it looks like Stephen Fenton has got 6 notifications of email. Like what is happening?
I don't like it, but I also think it's just a placeholder.
Do you think it comes out this year? Oh, also, did you think it was going to be Street Fighter 6? Because I did. I thought maybe RE4, but I was like, it's SF6. It has to be.
The countdown page didn't. Not that it screamed Street Fighter to me. It definitely didn't scream Resident Evil to me. I didn't.
Yeah.
I was hoping that's what it was going to be, but I didn't think so.
More info this summer. Does it come out this fall? Or I think, like I picked this in the last round of our draft. I think this is January, like 5 was.
It might come out this year.
Also interesting, it does not say any platforms. Last gen, current gen, PC, whatever. I assume it's probably going to be a PS5 exclusive, would be my guess.
I would think, in the grand scheme of things, fighting games are probably one of the shortest development time games you can have. You don't you don't really need to reinvent the wheel. Like,
Yeah. But I want it to
and
be
clearly
more Street
this
Fighter
has been
4, less Street Fighter 5.
yeah, this has been under development for a while
long
now, we
time.
would assume.
It's got to be almost ready.
I would think it's this year.
I hope so.
But
But also, like, if I see gameplay and it's like, this looks awesome, then I don't care what the logo is. But honestly, seeing that logo, I'm like, I'm not buying this game.
that's not going to be the logo. I would bet my life savings that's not like the Street Fighter 6 logo.
I will bet, though, that I bet they thought until midnight today, they were like, this looks cool. And then they're like, ugh.
They probably thought it looked. I'm sure they did not anticipate
What the hell's
the
wrong with them?
backlash.
It looks like shit. It is the worst logo for any game I've ever seen in my life.
It's not like it's a bad logo. I think it's just
it's not Street
it's
Fighter.
not Street Fighter.
No.
Yeah, when we've had 20 games that all had a similar stylized whatever logo, and then you change to this boring like
SF.
there's no way it's
6
the logo.
with a badge icon 6.
Yeah.
We'll cover it as it comes, and we will do Let's Plays a lot. We're going to do a tournament whenever it comes out.
Well, yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm getting up buying it no matter what the logo is.
Episode
350.
350.
Yeah,
Mark it down.
Cyberpunk, the PS5 and Series X/S versions are now available Free upgrade if you own the PS4 or Xbox One versions. Are you going to get this game? It seems like it's running very well.
I don't think so.
There's a free trial, 5 hours on PS5.
Oh, I might check out a free trial, but
I think it ends like March 15th. But you'll be done with it.
Yeah, I don't see getting this game.
The official PS5. Oh, I should have brought my PS5 up here. Oh well. The official PS5 console covers looks like they have been delayed for sale until March. I did get my D brand custom console covers, and they look pretty good. Don't you think?
Pretty. I like them. Yeah.
There's a third Sonic movie in development now before the second one even comes out. And also Knuckles / Idris Elba is already getting a live action show in development for Paramount Plus.
I dig it. I like it. I
So
wish it wasn't on
Robotnik ain't
Paramount
dying.
Plus,
Yeah.
but I like that they're doing it.
What I do wonder, like, I did not think there was going to be a third movie. So now I'm wondering, like, obviously we know what's going to happen. Knuckles is going to be a bad guy. He's going to turn good. They're going to fight Robotnik. But I wonder what the hell. Oh, Metal Sonic. That's what they're doing. Right? It's got to be something like that. Or Werewolf Sonic.
For Knuckles? Or for an eventual
For
third
3.
movie?
What else can you do?
I mean, the games is just Robotnik.
Until Knuckles, and then he turned good and they beat Robotnik. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what else do you do? Like, Metal Sonic was Sega CD, or Sonic CD, right?
I think so.
And then Sonic Mania and other spin-offs and stuff. But I think the first time he showed up was CD.
Maybe, yeah. I could see them doing that. Yeah.
Also in movie news, Netflix is developing a BioShock movie. Spoiler alert, if it happens, it's going to suck. That game is so freaking perfect, it doesn't need to be a movie.
Yeah, it's one of those things that
is a
if
game
you know
have to
BioShock,
play.
well, right, but if you know BioShock, you're like,
You're going to see,
this would
kindly
make a
signs?
perfect movie.
Right.
But it will probably suck because nobody's ever really gotten what should be a perfect video game to movie possibility.
Oh.
They've never done it correctly, so it probably will suck.
And we have not watched Uncharted.
No.
We have too many video games to play. But again, like, you're going to be watching the movie and then there's going to be a sign that says, would you kindly? And you're going to be like,
It'd be like Leo.
like, well, but why are we watching this? Like, I don't know. Speaking of movies that should have been, or TV, never mind. The Last of Us TV show is not expected out this year. Shooting is continuing in Canada. Castle. I'm still
I think it's going to be
cautiously
good,
optimistic.
but I'm not. I mean, it'll get here when it gets here, and I'll probably watch it. But I'm not like, oh man, like I don't care.
Better Call Saul in 7 weeks, I
Not
think.
long. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Remember, they're splitting it.
No.
6 and 6.
I am aware.
You are aware. Retro Studios has updated their Twitter banner with Metroid Prime 4 artwork. And I saw it and I was like, son of a bitch. Where is the... why is Prime 1 at least not on Switch?
At least they haven't forgotten about it. Like, I'm happy. That's all I take from that is it's still there.
They announced it 3 years
It may not come out till 2024. Like, I have no idea. But at least they haven't forgotten about it. So...
And we
There's
know that
that.
they rebooted the entire project. So.
Right.
Rebel Wolves is a new studio being formed by ex-Witcher 3 devs. They are working on a, quote, story-driven dark fantasy RPG on Unreal Engine 5. I love Pokemon Detective Pikachu. I actually rewatched it today. I will say, James, that was not horrible.
Babe. Never saw it.
No Man's Sky is getting its 19th update called Sentinel, which will add robot companions, new enemies in combat, overhauled weapon system, new stories, and more. Again, like I think I said last week or the week before, shout out to Sean Murray, even though you freaking lied to everybody when the game came out. You've now been supporting this game for 6 effing years. You've done 19 major updates. Good for you. And he said the game is nowhere near done. So good for them.
Yeah.
Majora's Mask is officially coming to Switch on February 25th. People that are playing the game early, apparently it looks like the transparency effects and everything that plagued Ocarina are plaguing this as well. Really? Why can you not emulate these games? I don't get it. You're freaking Nintendo. Skull and Bones is now a multiplayer first game, according to Ubisoft, and it's out during the next fiscal year, which starts April 2022. Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, and Avatar, The Frontiers of Pandora, which no one cares about, are also coming out that year.
Who drafted Elden Ring? You or me? You know?
You, I
I
think.
feel like I have it.
I think it was your number one pick.
No, Horizon was.
Oh.
Elden Ring, I think, is mine, though. Because I want that immediate satisfaction. So I'm like, I want these. I want Pokemon. I want Horizon.
I was like, what in the hell in this quick item made you think of Elden
well, because I saw Mario and Rabbids, which I think I also drafted. I drafted the Rabbids. And then
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with
that took me back to the draft.
Drabbity Rabbit.
Hibbity-dibbity-flibbity-hip-hop.
All right, let's check.
At some point, we need to start reviewing, I don't know, maybe once a quarter. Review releases and see how our draft is going.
It was your number one pick. Thank you very much. I was right.
Elden Ring was?
Yep, Horizon
Oh.
was your number 2 pick.
Okay.
And then GTA 5. You're going to kick my ass. Damn it. And Dragon Age 4 is, quote, in very good shape, according to EA, who are a bunch of jackasses. Ahead of its hopeful 2023 release, there are also no plans for Dragon Age Remastered Trilogy, and no one cares. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for episode 272. Thank you all. Okay, James, that's what I was going to say. I thought I was wrong. Pretty sure they announced Prime 4 at E3 2017. I was thinking that, but I was like, that can't be right. I'm going to say 2019. I'm pretty sure it was 2017. We are now in 2022. We have not seen a second of this game. We have seen a logo.
Yeah.
Damn it, Nintendo. Episode 272 in the books. We're going to go record a bonus episode. We will be back next week, but until that time, Schwan, maybe we'll be back with an Elden Ring review, but until that time, Schwan man, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.